What does meditation mean to you? I apologise, I don't know if you can hear me, there's quite a bit of road noise, a bit of wind at the moment, but think about it. What does meditation mean to you? What do you think of when you hear the word meditation? Do you think of Tibetan monks, old men with long grey beards to the floor, sitting on the floor chanting, saying Do you think of vegans and hippies, women in tie-dye t-shirts and yoga pants? I used to think a lot of similar things when I thought about meditation. Then around a year ago I started reading more and more, and I started coming across different studies on the science behind meditation and hearing about a lot more successful people who do meditate. Reading books like Thrive by Arianna Huffington or the 5 AM Club, The Miracle Morning, all started highlighting science-backed evidence of the benefits of meditation. So I started looking into it, I started trying it, and you know what, meditation's not what I thought it was. I genuinely did not have a clue what I was doing when I started meditating. I didn't know where to begin. I mean, do I need to wear certain clothes? Do I sit there saying do I have to sit in a certain position? Do I have to listen to certain music? Do I have to have incense burning, like candles? Do I have to be in a dark room, a light room? Do I have to be in nature? I didn't have a clue. I'd never done it before. Okay, so I probably looked like I meditated all the time, but genuinely, 18 months ago, I'd never meditated before in my life. I didn't know where to begin or what to do. Yes, I could have Googled it, but I know there's such a thing as information overload or information paralysis, and there's just a lot of information out there. I didn't want to be reading the wrong stuff and then get a bad impression and not do it because I'd read the wrong things. So I did what I always do, and that is turn to technology. When I was reading books like Arianna Huffington and the 5 AM Club, The Miracle Morning, there was an app that got mentioned quite a lot, and I'd seen advertised as well. It's called Headspace. Headspace is an app that's founded by somebody who went and trained with Tibetan monks. He spent several years out there training with them and learning about meditation and their way of life. And when he came back to the Western world, he decided it was his mission to get that across to everybody else. So that's what he did. And he did that by an app, which is spreading every day, and I've found very helpful. There's different courses on there, and there's different ways of meditating, and you can choose a length as well. It's something that I've found indispensable. From being scared to start the first meditation session to looking forward to having that as a key part of my day. So what do? I get up early, a little bit early, not always as early as I'd like to, but I get up before anybody else does. I come into here, this room, and I sit in this chair facing out of the window, and I put on the Headspace app and I meditate for 10 minutes. And that is my favourite way to start the day. And days like today used to be miserable getting up out of bed. I used to drag myself up. It's raining, it's overcast. You didn't want to get out of the house. But sitting here in the room, aware of the sounds around me, aware of the raindrops on the window, the wind blowing a gale, and aware of my own breath, my own presence in the chair, centres me and puts me in a better place for today. And I know that sounds like woo-woo, hippie, bull crap, but it's genuine. So back to the science behind meditation and the reasons why I wanted to get involved in it. I'm a neurotic mess. I always have been. I've always been a bit hot-headed. I've always been completely paranoid. Crazy highs by substantial lows in a matter of seconds, and I'm all over the place. I hated silence because my mind would just race. I smoked pot daily as a way of dealing with it, as a way of slowing down my mind and stopping my mind from racing constantly. 'Cause I couldn't be left on my own too long, otherwise I'd just spiral into darkness. It was just a horrible, horrible place. And I had to have music on all the time because just being alone with my thoughts was my idea of hell. Meditation's took that away. It's made me more present in the moment, so I worry less. I'm paranoid less. I think a lot more clearly and have a lot more control on my thoughts. When I'm about to get into a bad mood, 90% of the time I can stop that because I'm conscious and aware it's happening, and I put the brakes on, and I'm more in control. I can just carry on. I can just recenter myself, regain control, and then carry on. It makes a massive impact. I'm not a scientist, so I know you're not going to listen to the science behind it from me, so I want you to Google it and I want you to read about more how the body and how the mind is changed by meditation, and how much science and research there is done into that. Now, obviously, in the West, in the Eastern world, in Eastern medicine, they've preached about meditation and the benefits for a long, long time. But science is only now starting to catch up with what it does. People have meditated whilst having brain scans done, and the brain chemistry changes. And there's parts of the brains that light up on an MRI that don't normally light up during normal activities during the day. So your actual brain matter changes, and the reactions and the chemistry in the brain changes by meditating, which is a bit surreal. And on a hormonal level as well, like stress lowers. The stress hormone cortisol decreases in the body. Happiness hormone serotonin rises in the body, sorry. And that's crazy, right? Your hormones are changing, your body is changing, your breath, the stress melts away. Your body physically responds to meditating. So it's not just some new age bull crap like healing crystals and essential oils. Sorry, if you believe in them things, maybe I'm being a bit naive and a bit closed-minded on them. I haven't read much about it, but I know obviously that is the butt of most jokes. Meditation is more than just for hippies and old men in mountaintops going on. World leaders, businessmen, entrepreneurs, social media influencers, CEOs, the list goes on of people who have brought the habit of meditation into their daily lives. So who are we as ordinary people to scoff at the idea of meditation? Who are we to turn a blind eye to the benefits and not dip our toes in the water and give it a try? I recently reached a milestone of 45 days consecutive meditation on Headspace, which is a proud moment for me, but also made me realise and want to do this video and share my thoughts on meditation, because 18 months ago I would have laughed at somebody who said he meditated and say, why do you waste your time meditating? I wish I had time to sit and do nothing. But now I wouldn't go back. Now I wouldn't go back to not meditating. Now it's part of my daily routine. I love Headspace. Headspace has been great. I'm going to leave a referral link to get a free trial down the bottom. This is not sponsored or anything like that. But I'm also going to try out different apps, because as much as I love Headspace, I want to know more of what's out there. You don't just try one flavour ice cream and stick to that flavour for the rest of your life, right? So I want to try out Calm, I want to try out Simple Habit, 10%. There's a lot of different meditation apps out there. So if Headspace isn't for you, because I admit some of it can be a bit juvenile, it has like quite young animations in it, which I quite like. It explains benefits of things, it explains different techniques and what you're going to do, and gives you little pointers throughout the day. Try and do this and notice this. The notifications that come through, you usually have one notification in mid-morning, one in mid-afternoon. They kind of say, stop whatever you're doing, what's happening around you, count your breaths, and blah blah blah. I think meditation is going to become more and more part of everyone's daily life now. Subscribe, because there'll be more videos like this coming soon. Hopefully give me a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Let me know if you have tried meditating or you plan on trying meditating, and which way you go about it. Are you going to try CDs or an app, YouTube videos? And let me know what works for you, what you've tried. Let me know if you have any recommendations. Have you tried Headspace? Do you find Simple Habits a bit better? What about 10%? In the meantime, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, share with people, and I'll see you in the next one.